Alright lads, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Tom Harlock and I do not have an intro, but I do have 2 functioning ears, 1 last nerve, and 0 understanding what I've done to deserve this.
Please kill yourself. I hope you die.
Oh, that's not very kind, is it? Now I'm gonna live a long, fruitful life purely out of spite. Disgraced beauty YouTuber James Charles has always had a soft spot for music, and perhaps in the back of his boyfriend's head. Obviously, I'm joking. 16-year-olds have fully formed skulls, just not bodies or brains. And after years of edging us with little bits of noise, James is swapping minor kids for minor chords, and is now busting out as a proper singer-songwriter. Having released 3 singles this year to varying degrees of success, I'm always curious as to what's coming out that crusty little mouth. Whether it's makeup tips, an attempt at a note, or confessions of a crime, James loves to keep me on my toes. And I'm not complaining, it's easier to sprint off if you keep yourself prone. So for today's video, hold my clammy little claw as we dissect his discography, listen to the latest, mock a flopped reinvention, and just have a guilt-free munch at a big cringe buffet.
Bone up the teeth.
If you're not familiar with James, my 1-hour video does exist for a reason, so chop chop boys, I'm not here to spoon feed you. Alright, maybe a little bit. Open up. Stepping on the scene in 2016 with a viral tweet and 2 thick juicy eyebrows. Jesus. These are my twin towers. James's start on the internet came courtesy of him being a young lad in makeup who had his senior photos retaken with a ring light.
How long have you been wearing makeup? When did you start wearing makeup?
A year ago.
And by the state of that dusty brick wall, I don't think you've taken it off since. After being featured on Ellen and chosen as the first male ambassador for historic American brand CoverGirl, James shot into the upper echelon of beauty YouTubers, mincing about with the best of the worst.
And this is for not putting me on your PR list, bitch.
With over 20 million subscribers, James was on top of the world, until it all crumbled down in 2019.
I thought around his parents that he would not behave this way, like it was just like, no big deal. Like sucking dick and cock. Like I'm just like, oh my god. Time and place.
After a very public spat about gummy bears with grown woman Tati, James became the most unsubscribed YouTuber in history, losing nearly 2 million in 24 hours. Tati alleged that James was an arsehole behind the scenes, and often used his success and power as a means of meeting lads.
And you did it at my birthday dinner.
And much to the delight of everyone stuck at home stuffing their face with popcorn, it didn't take long for James to jump on camera and defend his name.
To my sisters, I'm sorry if I disappointed you, and I'm really sorry that you had to watch all this go down. You saw a side of me that I'm really not proud of and that I know I need to work on changing, and trust me, I will be.
And true to his word, James never made the same mistake again. He made new ones, and this time they were worse. After attempting to claw his way back at Tati and avoiding the gremlins chewing on his ankles, James was working on his redemption when a second plane hit. In 2021, multiple teenage boys accused James of inappropriate behaviour, with some of the instances being debunked. James defended himself in a video, wherein he admits to only doing it a bit.
I added these people on Snapchat, asked how old they were right away, was told that they were 18, believed them, engaged in a flirty conversation, and then later on found out that they were actually 16.
Yeah, he wasn't being a dirtbag with 10 teenage boys. Just a couple, you silly twats. At the time, James was 21 and the boys were 16. And when you put those numbers together, it's still less than the amount of rooms he has in his LA mansion. Since his cancellation, James learnt the hard way, if you mess with the law, then, well, you're still gonna get millions of views and barely feel any repercussions. Despite him being temporarily demonetized, his social media accounts still seem pretty lucrative and his makeup brand looks to be doing alright.
Thank you to every single person watching, especially those that have supported Painted. Some of the paint sold out in literally less than 6 minutes and the entire collection was gone later on that night.
Oh, congratulations! What's next? Should we get AI to create Jeffrey Dahmer cooking tutorials? Or perhaps ask the nurses at Dignitas to post YouTube shorts? To be fair, I'd probably watch both of those. But despite somehow still clinging on to the last thread of his career, it's still not enough for James. He has dreams, a large amount of disposable income, and there's really only one thing James wants to do.
Now I'm gonna fall.
Try to sing.
There's so much love, can't say
thank you enough.
Yeah, I know, but if you could say it without the plug set to level 5, it might show a bit more sincerity. Alongside his makeup tutorials, James has always loved to perform.
If you walk away, every day it'll rain, 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 rain. Okay, yeah.
Whilst in school, he would upload song covers to a YouTube channel named Jay's Coding, from Bruno Mars classics to Pumped Up Kids.
All the other kids with the pumped up hicks better run, outrun my gun. All the other kids with the pumped up hicks better run, faster than my bullet.
Yeah, he'd be going through the metal detector twice. Once he found success with makeup, the Jay's Coding channel dropped off, but by 2018, James was determined to weaponize his newfound fame and return to his musical roots. Huh. Yeah, I did all in one breath. What about it?
Music is a very, very huge part of my life that I've never really openly talked to you guys about until recently, so I'm so excited that I finally get to share more of that with you guys.
And that more, you may be wondering, was this.
Don't pick up the phone, you know he's only calling because he's drunk and alone. Don't let him in, you'll have to kick him out again.
3 years for all of you. No bail, no parole. But perhaps a late termer, but I am so joking. In September 2017, James birthed Flashback, an a cappella group with 5 of his old schoolmates.
Hi, sisters!
We are Flashback and we really hope you guys enjoyed our brand new cover today of New Rules by Dua Lipa.
No. Of course, James isn't the only YouTuber to abuse a microphone, much like the literary epidemic of the mid-2010s, where every loser with a following decided to pen a tale for a quick New York Times bestseller credit. Over the last decade, attempts to sing have occurred in every corner of the internet.
I am Drew, I am Danny, and we are not the same person.
More often than not, the music released is a parody, not made to take itself seriously. At least I hope that's what this monstrosity is.
And I'm sorry, but I promise that I hate me more than you do.
But not nearly as much as your audio producer. For every Joji, there's a Tana Mongu. And to have a Troye Sivan, we must endure a Shane Dawson.
Got no super speed, but I'm running this town. If you get in my way, I'ma take you down.
Well, make a threat like that again, mate, and I'll set my XL bully on ya. And if I'm honest, I don't think we're gonna have a problem. You've got super speed, and I have mega care. It's a different client base. And whilst it appears at least most of these people have a firm grasp on what they're capable of, unfortunately, James plonks firmly at the corner of Overconfident Street and Under-Talented Avenue.
You got me thinking about when you were mine. About when you were mine. And now I'm all upon you. What to expect?
Well, one of those little lemon KFC wipes at a minimum, and financial compensation if we're being honest. I suppose if you're into that kind of thing, you might find this enjoyable, but I couldn't be a scat man if you paid me. And trust me, I've had offers. But I do kinda love the flair they put into their hands, it's so earnest. And kinda makes me wonder if this is a viable career path for a double amputee. I'm left-handed, so I'm basically there. Can't I just shimmy to the beat? Please!
Are you doing Friday?
I'm gonna find that horse trotting down the back lane and take it to the Pritt-Stick factory, love. It was pretty inevitable given James's built-in audience, but objectively, Flashback was a raging success. Their covers would get millions of views, and before long they were smashing out the collabs.
Does he smile like I do?
Oh, I really bloody hope not. I'm trying to put myself in the mental space of James's mates. And imagine if my old school friend called me up saying they're a multi-millionaire, willing to fly me to Los Angeles, take me to the nearest Abercrombie and Fitch and deck me out in matching garms. All to be paraded around on his YouTube channel and exploited for my floppy wrists. I'll be on that flight quicker than... well, Flashback ended. After just 5 covers, with the Tati drama hitting the headlines, Flashback would be disbanded. Well done, James. But despite the negative attention, no matter how many times he fell, he would always get back up, unfortunately.
You believe God! God is the one. You believe God! God is the one.
Alright, well if you keep going on like that, mate, you're gonna turn the world agnostic. And probably misogynistic. Maybe a little bit homophobic. It's not Pride Month anymore.
It lingers when we're done. You believe God is a woman.
It lingers when you're done. Well, you need to light a candle and take a scrub daddy to those walls, James, because that's minging. Thanks to the heavy editing and the talent of James's friends, the comments on the flashback videos were sucking James's arsehole. And with the general public gassing him up, it wouldn't take long for James to fart on us all.
Like me, LA can get a taste. Miami, you can get a taste. Oakland, you can get a taste.
From Tiger to Ariana Grande, James wouldn't shut up. But of all of these musical endeavours, nothing quite offends me more than his collaboration with Lily Singh.
I just FaceTimed Kylie, told her we should collab again. Got all these boys in my DMs.
Notice he did not say man, because they were born in 2010. Oh! In the music video, James and Lily find themselves body swapped, resulting in some outlandish situations, like Lily being popular and James flirting with his brother.
I woke up in James Charles' body.
Oh god, if I woke up in James Charles' body, I'm snipping it off at the base. You can keep it. After throwing his voice about online and having not enough people telling me shit, James found himself on his biggest stage yet. The Ace Family Basketball Variety Show Extravaganza, held in the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where he was booked to open the game with the national anthem, alongside some flashback friends. The performance went off without a hitch, until James stepped off the court and read the headlines. Although James claimed to be up until 5 AM fannying about, the arrangement he so meticulously planned was nabbed from these gals.
Hey everybody, we're sisters. I'm Heather.
And I'm Valerie.
And I'm Kim.
And I'm not sure I'll ever really be happy until I waste an afternoon watching you three ladies go to town on a Dyson Airwrap.
It's a sister scandal, and it's actually our arrangement.
The Roop sisters have been professional gospel singers for over 50 years.
When I need strength, he leads me through valleys. When I've got the blues, he makes me so happy.
Alright ladies, lovely stuff, but any more and I think I'll burst into flames. Over their expansive career, the sisters have released albums, performed on stage, screen, and even uploaded covers to YouTube, including a rendition of the Star Spangled Banner from 2011. James did reach out in the comments apologising for not shining a bigger spotlight on their original and his inspiration, which of course the ladies gracefully accepted.
We're just honoured that this crazy thing on YouTube happened that we had no idea about.
Classy move, ladies. That could never be me. I'll be shanking his voodoo doll before the second crescendo. Sing it again, you little bastard! The thing with James is, he's not actually a bad singer. It's just not a nice voice to listen to. You can be vocally proficient in every way, but sometimes it's just like, shut up. You're doing my head in.
He took me back to East
Ayo, I been on, sis you been on, Bentley tints on, Fendi prints on. Ayo, I been north, Laura Bancroft, plate say Chung Lee, drop the Benz on.
And it doesn't help when he surrounds himself with people who possess infinitely more talent, and his inability to take criticism is just the cherry on top. Did you see? I tied it in a knot. Go on, pick it up and chew it. I won't tell anyone. When he butchered God is a Woman, in between the rimming, he did receive some comments about being off key, but instead of humbly accepting the drops of critique in an ocean of compliments, James went on the defensive.
Everyone leaves comments always saying this note was wrong or this sounds bad or that part was incorrect. Gotcha, actually, because it's not. There's not a single note in that cover that is wrong. Every single note is perfectly on pitch because I went in and corrected every single one.
James claimed to have used Melodyne, an auto-tune software used in the music business. But if that's the case, it just reiterates my point. You can be technically sound, but still audibly rotten. But credit where it's due, James has made attempts to improve himself.
Can you try and keep your teeth together?
Yeah, but that is an extra charge, and you've barely got enough for a spit and shine.
Oh.
He's met with vocal coaches Tristan Paredes and Cheryl Porter to figure out his flaws. And now in the year of 2024, James is putting everything he's learned into practice.
Call Me Back is all about getting ghosted and craving that closure from someone who clearly does not care about you.
Released on the 9th of February, James's debut single focused around his lack of self-respect when it came to relationships.
For a very long time, I was so obsessed with getting that closure from people that I would literally prefer them to be like, you're ugly, you're stupid, you're annoying, and I don't want to talk to you anymore, rather than just getting up and ghosting.
Call Me Back is a heartfelt ballad that you probably didn't hear about because it made zero impact, but I feel like James braced himself for that going in. Because before I slag him off, I do need to contextualise just how rich James really is.
We did Aspen last year and I loved Aspen, but it was a really small town, so there wasn't too much to do.
And how much effort he puts into orchestrating the perfect image. Forbes estimated his worth to be over $10 million, and that was 3 years ago. And this is a bloke whose Coachella outfits look like this. He's got cash to burn. So tell me why, for your hotly anticipated debut single, we get nothing but a lyric video. If I was one of his 14-year-old fans and I'd been edged along with this promotional image, only to receive a glorified PowerPoint, I'd be fuming. I know this is probably just AI, but if Trisha Paytas can make every dream of hers a reality, I'm sure you could rustle up a little Nuketown set for the lads. And what's even more mental than not having a music video for your debut bloody single is I actually kind of quite like it.
I'm over love that's digital. Can't quit staring at my phone waiting for you.
Well, I wouldn't suggest meeting them, mate, because I think that ups the charges. Can you see my eczema? I'm only human.
How does no one get a call back and just speak?
It's very Pixie Lott, Bridget Jones's Diary 2 original soundtrack, but it's definitely a song. There are some nice runs and he's made improvements to his voice, so well done. Oh, fuck me, I've just made myself bloody deaf. Paramedic!
What did I do? What the fuck's wrong with me?
Not invest a single penny into a music video, James. I know you probably didn't expect it to do very well, but it just stinks of insecurity. Or maybe that's me. Do you want to smell my armpits? Go on. If you look at fellow artiste Jojo Siwa, who is also initiating a rollout, her impact blows James out the water. Yeah, it might have had over 3 million dislikes, but Karma was discussed on every media platform and news outlet across the internet. And I don't think it can be all pegged down to controversy, because Jojo was in hot water for ableism at the beginning of the year, and that's been completely overshadowed by her slapping her mound. Love it or hate it, Jojo was 100% behind Karma every step of the way, and it showed in the numbers, thanks in part to Jojo not shutting up about it, especially when you compare it to James, who hushed his single out like a secret. Shh. I'd love to share some behind the scenes footage from this project, and I'm sure James would too, but all I have is this clip of him proudly exclaiming that the cell phones used in the music video were all real.
For the lyric video, it was actually a still shot, which is crazy to think about. I will insert the raw photo from the camera right here.
Well, thank God for that. I was almost unimpressed.
Can you let me down easy? Call me back.
He can't, James. He's got no credit left, and his mum won't top up his phone until he tidies his room. For a debut, Call Me Back did alright, I suppose, with just shy of 3 million plays on Spotify and over 1 million on YouTube. But if you compare it to his views from a few years ago, it's got a sting. But I suppose James was happy enough with the response, because for song 2, he actually pulled his fingers out and made a video. Put those back up in there. Oh my God!
So I said, can we go to bed? And you said, can we just be friends?
Absolutely not. And unless your knob's permanently caged up, I won't feel comfortable even being enemies. 2 months after his debut on April 26th, James released Can We Just Be Friends?
I really wanted to write something about the toxic loop that I had been stuck in time and time and time again, of falling for guys that had no problem being with me in secret or in private, but as soon as the mention of becoming public or official became a thing, they were gone.
So the exact same as the first one. Alright then. The music video is an interpretive dance between a James Charles lookalike and a handsome, unobtainable love interest.
They say insanity is to do something about 1 million times and hope it comes out differently.
Like make the same song twice. This is just the same shit, different beat. And barely even that. Per the credits, all of James's music has been co-written alongside Noah the wig guy from American Idol.
Wig, okay. Wig, did you just say wig? Yes.
I know, wig. I feel that already.
And produced by the same two chaps.
And it really was a form of therapy to get all my thoughts out.
Or you could just get actual therapy and improve your human experience. And for the rest of us! Maybe I'm just naive to the nuance of flailing one's limbs about, but the only narrative I'm picking up on is two Mormon men's journey through soaking in regret. That's where they slosh it together.
Brown eyes, white lies, how to ruin it. Thought you promised that I wasn't an experiment.
Blah blah blah, nobody loves me. Have you ever wondered why?
I want it to basically be like a beautiful story telling like a push and pull of like, this guy's coming over to my apartment, he's leading me on.
Can someone please Dick James Charles out of his misery so I don't have to listen to another one of these ballads? I would like to be grateful for the music video, but we've all seen this before. An empty warehouse, emotional feelings, a wallless studio. Oh, how groundbreaking. Get him a VMA. There are ways to make choreographed music videos that aren't too hectic. I love the XX where they repeat the same sequence but it disintegrates over time. Even Lele Pons did hers as a one-take wonder. And although in the BTS James does mention how he wanted the set to feel like his first apartment, it's like he sent 6 figures to the production team behind Rebecca Black's Friday, hopped on a conference call and said, please, make me a star.
I want the viewer to feel like they're watching something that they're not supposed to be seeing.
Well, mission accomplished, mate, because this should have stayed in the drafts. Probably the only invigorating part of this entire music video is finding out exactly how James views himself. I mean, maybe on a good day, in a dark room, after 6 months on testosterone, if I ever cast an objectively better looking man to play the role of me, well, I give you full permission to perform a wellness check. Because I'm going out of my mind. I'm totally losing it.
Guess that I'm insane. Are you entertained?
No, but maybe third time's a charm. Last month, James began teasing his latest release. There's an old embarrassing clip of James publicly singing popular choir song, Bring Me Little Water, Sylvie, which originates from a North American folk singer, Leadbelly, and is said to be about life in plantations. And in promoting his third single, Bring Me Water, James capitalised on the association by walking into his heated swimming pool and setting expectations of a cover.
Bring me little water, Sylvie.
So take from that what you will. Curveball aside, whatever was going on with this set looked pretty exciting. And after weeks of anticipation, on the 28th of June, the world finally got to experience a lyric video. For God's sake, James.
You're here when it's easy to be, but when it's not, will you leave?
Well, yeah, actually. Life's supposed to be easy breezy, fun and carefree. And if you make it stressful for me, I'm leaving. And I'm never coming back. Alright, maybe I will. I love attention, alright? Kiss me on the forehead and tell me I'm handsome.
Wish I had someone to wipe my eyes when I'm dying inside and I can't clear my mind when the water gets rough. Who gives a fuck about me?
For 3 minutes, James swings like a winnet above the fiery pits of hell, as yet another round of uninspired lyrics are timidly presented in size 12 to Homer. And with it being the lowest performing video ever on his channel, I can't be the only one bored out my mind. I'm sure James's defense will be, oh, well, people stream music nowadays. A video is a wasted investment. You had the set there anyway, you dickhead. Can't you flop about on a lilo and mouth the words? And it's clear nobody's streaming it anyway, so take a risk. If every song's gonna be wah wah, nobody puts their willy in me, you need to add some spunk to the visuals, James. It's the bare minimum.
If it all goes down in flames, would you bring me water, or would you let me burn?
Oh, Jimmy C, I wouldn't piss on you if you burst into flames. I really just don't know who he's making this music for. It's like he's edging his bets on the final Divergent movie being released, and one of his songs being used for the end credits. And I don't think anybody was expecting James to hit the heights of Stevie Wonder or Prince, but for somebody who's built their whole career on being a spunky creative, based on the 3 releases so far, all I'm getting is a bland recreation of Shawn Mendes' first album, just penned with an even limper wrist. And James, if you're watching this and you want my advice, I think you should take a breather, look inward, and as one failed makeup artist turned flop pop star once said, unleash your inner artist. Oh wait, that was you. And on that attempt of a note, that's all the time I've got for today's video. But if you did enjoy it and you feel so inclined, you can leave me a like. Let me know your thoughts and feelings down below in the comment box. And if you want more videos from me, you can always click subscribe. Cheers for watching, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you boys next time. Bye!